Hello. Sorry, hold on. Oh, no, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not merging. Hold on. Um, I don't have background music right now. Give me 1 second. Here, let's do this. Okay. So, a little bit of a panic, because I realized my Stream Deck just now wasn't working. And I was like, I don't know how I set up my Stream Deck before, but I definitely have a button to like go to my main just chatting screen and then my mute and then unmute for the microphone and the desktop audio. I don't know what the buttons were anymore. Slightly upset because now I have to figure out my whole Stream Deck thing again. So yeah, I guess I will manually be clicking my buttons today. Literally just found out as I was hitting my back button to go to, you know, my thing. Welcome into action. Hello, Autumn. Yeah, and then I just opened up the Stream Deck profile, and it like erased everything. Like I only have the second page of my Stream Deck thing. And so now I have to like, I think, redo everything. Let me just sorry you guys, let me just copy this and move stuff over. 'Cause this is really dumb. I don't even know, like, what the heck? Remove, delete this. And then it's fine. Okay, what does this do though? Just delete this. Okay, sure, okay, so I guess I'll figure that out when, after stream. Now I'm super upset, actually. Sorry guys, I'm just, trying to clean this up so that I can have, hold on, at least let me set up at least the main things for my Stream Deck, because I need buttons for mute and desktop audio at least. Otherwise it would be not good. Just chatting. Sorry. And then this will be my just chatting. This one is my audio mixer. So is this one. This one is mic, and this one is desktop audio. And then type. This is microphone. Okay, I'm just gonna test this real fast. Okay, that works. And then desktop audio, source toggle mute on my desktop audio. I think that works. Okay, and then the other thing I need is the model gameplay scene. Also, Circa took a look at my graphics card yesterday, and I think it's dying because my screen keeps flickering. And now I'm concerned because I'm like, if I have to replace my graphics card, like how much is that gonna cost? Because Circa did everything she could yesterday to like repaste it, but it's still flickering. So I might what if I have to cancel stream because now my computer's just like absolutely toast? What if like for the entire week I have to cancel stream, or like a month until, oh my god, I would die until it's, oh no. Oh no. This is upsetting. What am I supposed to do? Just here for a sec, then gonna scram. Might play this game someday, so I'll avoid spoilers. No worries, no worries. Man, sorry. It's just my screen is flickering now, and now I'm concerned. I'm like, what if it's just like busted forever? And it only happens when I stream, so I guess my computer is getting extra hot when I stream or something. And it's not good for the thingy-majiggy? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay, well, nothing I can do now. If it breaks, then it breaks, and now you guys know. Now you guys know that. Oh, you know what? Crap, hold on. I had a thing. It's not gonna work. Okay, I can't think about this more. I will set up the rest of my stream deck later, I think. Just because I can't remember for the life of me. I can't remember what some of the buttons were. I just know like the main ones. So I will figure out, you know, stuff later. Actually, where's go previous page here? Alright, at least that works. Okay, well, it's a little bare bones. I don't know what's going on. I am fumbling. How was everyone's week? It was like a whole week since I streamed, right? Like I think last Monday was the last time I streamed, and then did I stream Tuesday? Hold on, let me take a look at my schedule. What did I do? I like took so much time off because I was like resting from from my absolute like indulgent week of Jump King. Let's see here. My stream schedule. Yeah, I literally only streamed Jump King on Monday. And then Tuesday I relaxed. Wednesday I was supposed to go to dinner with my friend, and then she canceled on me. Okay, have a good shower. And then she canceled on me, so then I like didn't do anything. Thursday I didn't do anything. Oh man, what did I even do? Like I feel like I just surely I must have done stuff after work. Unless I just slept. No. I must have done stuff. I think I was like recording stuff and editing stuff. But yeah, and then on Friday I had dinner with my friends. Oh my gosh, okay, so I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but there was like this whole like PayPal debacle. I got this email on Friday and it was like, your PayPal account has been limited. And I was looking at the email, I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean it's been limited? Like, so when you go in, I don't know if anyone else has had to deal with this stupid shit, but like, when you go into PayPal, you can't send money anymore. You can't receive money, or well, you'll receive money, I think, but you won't get any. You won't be able to access your funds. And PayPal can just unilaterally decide to do that. Like there's no recourse. You know, you can like decide, I guess, if you really want to pursue an appeal. But from what I heard, it was mostly unilateral. So I looked around, did what I could to like, you know, Google the issue. And then I remembered like sometime last year, Kohai, who you guys know has been on the stream, Kohai was dealing with PayPal stuff because he was selling stuff on his merch store. And I think PayPal like literally emailed him, said, hey, your account doesn't comply with XYZ, so we're shutting it down. So I was like, okay, you know, what was your way of resolving it? Kohai was so sweet. He like, I think he was out, but he still took the time to like draft up a message, and like he did like just a voice chat, like one of those voice memo things for me. So he said that when he was dealing with issues, it turns out like and it was like weeks long thing, and obviously he just had a merch drop, so he was like needing to access those funds for shipping out merch. And so it took like, for him, he said it took several weeks. And in the end, it was because his driver's license that he used to verify his identity was expired. And I was like, oh, thanks. I think that might be it. Because I don't know if you guys remember, I told you guys I went to the DMV like the last month. And it was because my license was expiring. And so I was like, okay, that's probably it. My license just expired, so I need to go update my information. But it was weird because in the email, they said it was because customers were dissatisfied with my service or whatever. I was like, what the heck? I like, I don't sell anything. I don't provide any goods or services for the stuff I sell. And so it was really confusing to me. So I called customer service. I had to call them. So that was on Friday night. Real upsetting. But they were closed. So I didn't have time to figure stuff out. Hey John, welcome in. So I didn't have time to like call them and figure it out. So the next morning, on Saturday, I called them and I was like, hey, really confused. You know, is there any way for me to like update my driver's license information if that's what expired? And so the lady was going through and she's like, well, I'm sorry, your account is actually limited because of issues with like some declined payment. And then she asked me, she was like, do you handle any customer financial information? Like what, you know, what is the nature of your business and what do you do? How do you utilize PayPal? And I was like, whoa, well, I live stream. And people can choose to give me tips on my, you know, page that I have. And I don't even set it up through PayPal. And I was like, look, I never handle customer information. They put their information in through a third-party website or they log into PayPal. And so we went back and forth and she had me like say basically all of the websites I used. So if you guys know, I have a coffee. So I told her my coffee. And then my tip page goes to like Stream Labs or something. And she was like, well, according to our records, you have several like payments that got flagged and they're declined. And there are all these amounts of like $42, $65 and stuff. And I was like, I don't know what that could be in reference to because I literally don't process payments that way. Cause she kept asking me, she was like, she kept asking me, she's like, do you collect financial information from your clients? And I was like, no, like I don't even know people's real names. Like they donate to me through like this third-party website that they have to like log into PayPal for. I don't touch any of that stuff. So she got all my information. I was obviously very like, I tried to be super polite. I know it wasn't her fault, but like having to go through that. And then Saturday, the rest of the day, I was like, okay, can't do anything. So I'll just like try to be productive. So I did some audio stuff and then I went over to Ever's because Ever planned a birthday picnic for me and that was really nice. So I went to the park nearby with my friends and Ever prepared a very nice charcuterie spread. It was There was like fried chicken. We had chips and soda and tea that she made for me. And yeah, it was very nice. I had a lot of fun. I know my friends, we did the same things that we usually do while hanging out at home, which is like laze around and read books or draw. And but it was fun. I got to take Hermes to the park and we lounged around. We stayed out there for like a good 2 to 3 hours before we decided to like pack up and head back. So that was quite nice. That was my Saturday. And then Sunday, I was like really busy. Sunday, I actually had to drop Hermes off. It was so upsetting. Okay, so you guys, picture this. Obviously, have to meet at this like far away, like far ass Costco. And like meet my ex there. And so my ex had his car door back seat open. Because usually Hermes will like, no, okay, it's time to like, you know, jump up into the back seat to like get into the car. So I say goodbye to him and he's like walking towards the ex's car. I get up, right? Because I was like hugging him on the ground. I get up and start walking back to my car and like Hermes like turns around and comes back to me. Like he didn't want me to go, like he, you know, wanted to follow me, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. You can't come home with me this time. And it was like the saddest thing. I like already have such a hard time saying goodbye to Hermes. And so the fact that he like didn't want to go into my ex's car, but he like wanted to follow me back. I mean, one, made me really happy because he, you know, loves me, but two, made me really sad because I had to say goodbye. And I won't be able to see him for 2 weeks, so I'm a little bit sad because I don't have Hermes. And it'll be 2 weeks before I can see him again. Hey MT, welcome in. Thanks for the head pat. Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks before I can see him again, so I'll just gotta find a way to, you know, keep myself distracted or whatever. But yeah, so that was, oh, and then after that I went to meet up with Han and my friend Megan. We went to go eat fried chicken at some Korean mall, and then after that I went directly to Circa's, and that's when I got my computer looked at for my graphics card. But again, I think there's something. So Circa said it's either the thermal paste in your graphics card is going, or it's your actual graphics card that's going. So she repasted it and like installed it. There were some issues, but it turned on fine in the end. And now I think it's just the graphics card. So I don't know, can I just buy any graphics card and stick it in my computer? Do I have to worry about like if it's compatible with the motherboard and stuff? How do computers work? How can I prevent myself from having to replace my graphics card in the near future? Oh, it has to be motherboard compatible. I really would like a graphics card that can last me. They work via magic. I wish. I'm like really nervous because obviously having to replace a graphics card right now is not funds that I expected to be using. But if I can't turn my computer on, first of all, I can't stream. Second of all, I can't make audios, which like is a really nice bit of extra income for me. At a time when I kind of need the income. So, but I'll just have to dig if I need to. I'll dig in the couch cushions. No, I do have like some savings, but I wasn't expecting to spend it on computer parts, God forbid. Cause I literally just purchased a motherboard, like, ooh, not just, maybe like 2 years ago, and like the graphics card was a hand-me-down, But it's like a good graphics card. I don't think it's like, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. And then Zerka was like, well, if you have $1,400 to spare, you can build yourself a new computer. And I was like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so I'm just like whining about it. Sorry. Don't mean to whine. I just wanted to catch you guys up on my week. And how crazy it's been. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was I think it was a good week so far. You always have an extra kidney or someone else's kidney. I don't think I can sell other people's kidneys. I don't think like selling kidneys is a thing that like you can do, you know? Like that, I don't think that's a thing that happens. Okay, so they don't need to know that. Oh, and oh, man, I'm so behind on V October too. Oh my gosh, and that's the other thing. The past week, I don't know if you guys been keeping up to date, but like social media and like trends change at the, you know, literal like, well, how do I want to say this? It's like lightning strikes. It happens so fast. So over the past week, obviously, Mr. Musk made some questionable business decisions, which included changing the block function on Twitter. So now people you block can still see you. Hi, hello, welcome in. Now people you block can still see you. They just can't interact with your post, which is shitty. Okay. Second of all, they wrote in their TOS that like they now have non-exclusive right to use whatever you post on Twitter, whether it's text, music, or art, or images, in perpetuity, to use however they wish, which includes training their AI on it. Oh, that's awesome! I'm glad you're doing good, Time. I'm doing good. Just recapping my week. So everyone has been flocking to bluer skies, greener pastures and bluer skies, as they say. So that is unfortunately a very common end user agreement on a lot of platforms, including any online editing software. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad that that's kind of where we all end up, you know? I wish it wasn't that way. But a lot of people have migrated over to blue skies, which I have done the same. So I have an account on Blue Sky now. So if you guys want to follow me there, it's Princess Rosca. I actually had this account for like a year. And last year, it was invite only. So no one was really using it. Which is why I think last year I posted like one thing about donating blood, and then I left my account there until this past week when there was a resurgence. If you post there, you're posting what you own, and you transfer ownership or partial rights to them. Is internet security and privacy ranty. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, there have been posts of people saying, whether it's Twitter or X or Blue Skies, regardless, if you post your art out there, people are going to be able to access it. And you're still going to be able to feed it into whatever machine learning they want if you put it out there. Which is true. You know, if you don't want your art being utilized in a way that's quote-unquote what you think is unharmful, then it's best not to share it. But I think there's a difference between a website that doesn't say anything about it versus a website that very clearly says, hey, under no You know, we're not denying it. We're gonna do it. And you're gonna give us the permission to do it because you used our service. So now we're allowed to take this from you. Sorry, I'm eating candy right now. Flappy sent me some candy. Sure, never share anything, die unknown. Emily Dickinson. So, I mean, like, well, I think it's not like, either way, it's not good, right? But still, I think it's better to, like, also try a new platform. Just because for so long, we've only known Twitter. And there hasn't been any other, like, competing social media platform that we've been able to hold up as, like, a real competitor. So, you know, in the long term, it might be helpful. I've been seeing, like, cool things on my timeline that's not just bots and stuff. So that's nice. Hey, Chrono, welcome in. Monopolies aren't good. Yeah, everyone's been using Twitter. I get it, because Twitter's easy to use. It's like, you know, name recognition and stuff. But perhaps it's time to diversify. But yeah, I think that's been my week. Nothing too crazy. I hope everyone's weeks has been fun / exciting. Please tell me about your weeks. Let me know how you are. Oh my god, I have to send this to Ever. Copy. How can I share this? Okay, I need to share this with Ever real fast. 1 second. Okay. What are the munching on? White rabbit candies that Floppy sent me. Japan in 20 days! Oh my god, that's great timing too, by the way, Fuzz, because I think the yen has started to, like, go in favor of the dollar right now. Dollar to yen. Yeah, it's been climbing. So, because I think at some point earlier this year, the Japanese government was like, yeah, we're gonna fix it back down to, like, 140 or something. And so it was really bad for people who wanted to buy more Japanese goods, right? But now it's been steadily climbing again, so just been spring cleaning. Oh, nice, spring cleaning. Zawara, did you make it? You're safe? You're home? Oh my gosh, this man. I met Zawara yesterday when I went over to Circus for Hot Pot, and he slipped. I wasn't even paying attention, and Zawara like held his hand out, and I was like, what? And so, like, you know, the natural reaction to just grab something that people give you. So Zawara hands me like a pack of things, and I like grab it, and I'm like, what is this? And Zawara goes, oh, it's a coaster, a sticker, and a magnet. And I was like, oh, okay. And I look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's it's like Zawara's like crying emote, and it's like actually really cute. But yeah, Zora, I stuck it on my fridge. Your magnet is on my fridge now. But yeah, so I got to meet Zora. He's very nice. Very sweet. My week was meh, but today is somewhat better. That's good. I'm glad. White rabbit. I mean, they were okay. Floppy gave me one that was wasabi flavored, and I'm slightly grossed out by it. Not gonna lie. I thought it was matcha. If I bought my yen in July, it would be 120. I bought it at 105 in September. I think I bought the oh no, yeah. I think that's probably when the government fixed it. Was like a couple months ago. It was very recent that they fixed it. Flight is in 3.5 hours. Oh my gosh, please. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I get English. Oh my gosh, Zawara. I hope you have a safe flight. Cap, hello, how are you? No, don't look at me. Guys, check out Cap. He was, oh my gosh, yesterday I managed to catch Cap's stream like super late at night. Because I didn't get home until like 11, by the way. I left my house at 7. I came back briefly for about an hour to like put makeup on and get dressed to go get lunch with Han and Megan, my friends. And then I was literally out for the rest of the day. I was so tired. I got to Circa's place for hot pot, and everyone came in. So I was like, Circa, I need to take a nap because I've been going since 7 this morning. And she goes, yeah, just, you know, like go in the living room and close the curtains. So I like go into the living room, and then I see Eldest come in with like, at the time, I did not know Zawara and Bard, and I thought I was very rude. I was like, I was looking at them. I was like, I'm so sorry. I just have to close my eyes for 10 minutes. And so they're like, okay. So they like left the living room, and I was like, okay, I hope they didn't think I was rude because I just needed to sleep. No, Evo, don't look at me. I just need to, you know, use my energy up. Okay, don't look at me. Don't look at me merging. But yeah, so yes, Eldest of FinFam. So I met Eldest yesterday. I also met Bard Abyss, and I met Zawara. Everyone was very sweet. When I woke up, I was in a much better mood. I also met Inez. She is a streamer as well, but she mainly does YouTube stuff. I believe her Twitch and YouTube is Draw Curiosity. She's not an artist, by the way. I believe she said she was a biologist. Is it not Draw Curiosity? Did Stream Elements break? I'm pretty sure it's Draw Curiosity. I think Stream Elements might be broken. I'll give you, hold on. Let me actually find her link. Because I thought the concept was cool. She does like education streams. Draw Curiosity. And it was so nice meeting her, so just want to make sure that you guys can check her out. This is her link. Do not perceive the streamer. No, don't look at me merging. Stop. No, Carnes, you're supposed to be in Vietnam. Chrono, can we get a shout out to Corns and Evo as well? I'm like, too many people are coming in that need shout outs. I can never English either. It's okay. Of course. Okay, wait, no. I got like sidetracked again. So Pat was there, of course, and so was Sharvana. But okay, there's like 3 things I want to say. Cap first. Cap was playing demos last night, and for the very first time, I heard Cap like in fear and surprise. I've never heard you scared before, and yesterday was the first time. So Cap was doing like a whole bunch of Steam demos. I think Steam had some like demo things that they had available. That dinosaur came out of nowhere. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it because it was too much for me. I can't have visuals up when you play scary games, so I only heard the noises. And so for the first time I heard you like, it wasn't even a scream. You were just like, oh, you know, and then you laughed and you're like, ha, that got me. I was like, oh, he's so calm about it still. But guys, you should definitely check out Cap. He is one of my favorite streamers, very comfy, super cozy, and even when he's scared, he's not loud and he doesn't scream. So it's like perfect for, you know, winding down at night and like just chilling. It's cool over there. Go check Cap out. Perceived? No, the FinFam is so nice. They were only Eldest was there, but she was so sweet. It was really nice meeting her and meeting Bard, of course. I saw the post of you, Han, and Megan. I know! It was so cute. So we went to a Korean mall out in Buena Park, and I was like, whoa, there are so many cool things to do at the Korean mall. And so now I'm like, I want to, like, legit, you can go, I bet you could have a date that would be like all day there, because there's like a whole bunch of food places to go to. There's like all these different stores, and it's just not like, it's not just like clothes shopping stores, it's like home goods, but there's also like Sanrio characters, and there's also stores for like anime goodies, and there's like also a store that had like photo booths and stuff, and I was like, damn, the Korean mall. The tension was high. That was like the only scary game we played all night too. Yeah, it was very, what was it? Something Unknown Tapes or something was the name of the game, right? The mall is exclusively Korean. There was like a lot of Korean stores and restaurants. And they were doing like a fashion show that had like a whole bunch of hanbok. It was really pretty. Yeah, so it was like Korean store, Korean mall. A stupid amount of food options there. They hold K-pop auditions there. Oh, really? Interesting. Your boba choice disappointed me. Listen, okay? It's not often that I get to order black tea with lychee jelly. That's my favorite. That's obviously the cup with the pink straw was mine. If it was not clear enough, that was my boba order. I love me some black tea with lychee jelly. I love those kind of communities. It was very cute. But yeah, so I had a lot of fun. Circa like went above and beyond with her hot pot. It was incredible, actually. Very, very plentiful spread of hot pot ingredients. And it was nice just catching up with everyone. Sharvana returned my Tupperware that I brought for her to TwitchCon, and like, she was so sweet. She filled my Tuppers with like dog toys and dog treats, because she was like, I didn't know, because I was like, wow, you put stuff in it, and I was like, well, you gave it to me filled, so I had to fill it and give it back to you. And I was like, that wasn't the part of the deal. But she gave me some stuff for Hermes, and I was like, that's so sweet. So now I have to find the next thing to give to her in my little, you know, Tupper that I managed to steal from her. Yeah, and I know, like, I know right now, like, we're all kind of struggling with, like, funds and money, but, like, the fact that Sharvana still spent as much as she could with, you know, what she had to give to me and Hermes, I was like, damn, that's a good friend. Hello, Wanatude? Welcome in. How are you? Hello, hello. Oh, hi. Thanks for the licks, I guess. How are you? Floppy, hi, princess. I boiled pasta and dumplings in the same pan because pans are easier to clean than pots. Are they? Did it turn out okay? Boiling them in a pan? That's not normally how that works. Yeah, but Sharvana's just really sweet. So yeah, she got some dog biscuits and a chew toy, and so she got like a rope toy, a chew toy, and a rawhide bone for Hermes, and I was like, man, he's getting spoiled. Pans are shallower, so less surface area to clean. Oh, I see. Interesting. All right, anyways, guys, you fill me in on your week and what you were up to. I'm gonna switch over to the game because I've been stalling for the past 45 minutes. So let's, you know, get to actually playing the video game instead. Let's move over to here. Hopefully this is the right, yep. Again, I must say my Stream Deck, for whatever reason, forgot all of its buttons. So I need to figure out how to redo that later tonight. Did not expect to be spending time on that. Which is frustrating because I already have so many things to do, but you know, I guess we just gotta figure it out. Interesting. Were the chew toys for you or Hermes? Obviously for Hermes. Not stalling, waiting for me to arrive. It's true. I knew that we couldn't start the party until Floppy got here. So, you know, there's that. We were just waiting for the main character to arrive, you know? Sorry, also, I'm like been freaking addicted with this stupid Farm Valley merge game on Discord, and I like have to use up all of my energy, and I'm trying to like be efficient about it, and so I'm merging on the side. Don't look at me! Nobody look at me, please. It's fine. It's fine. Don't look at me. Protagonist of everyone's lives is in my Discord bio. Oh, I did not know that. Anytime I look on the server, it exposed you. Wait, what? Does it tell you guys? Hold on. Does it tell you guys what I've been playing? No, right? It's not supposed to. What do you mean the server exposes me? The farmer game? Yeah, the farmer game. I suppose if they were already in Tupperware, you can put them in the freezer for later. Gonna drive to the airport shortly, an hour from here, but have a good stream. It was nice meeting you. Of course, Samara! It was so nice meeting you, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Or, I don't know. I don't know when you next will be out here, but, you know, sometime in the future. Thank you for the hydrate time. And the head pat, thank you, thank you. Okay, we are on episode 3 of the second game, so we're gonna continue. Okay. Oh, we talked about all of that. Okay, where are we supposed to go? Are we supposed to present evidence? Or maybe... Oh, what? We talked about everything with... What was so... Do we just present evidence? About this paper, Miss Yusato. If it's because we're friends on Discord, but it did indeed expose you. Oh. Well, maybe I should turn that setting off or something. Yes, it's all about the great exhibition. I've been dreaming about it, you know. I was sorry that you were going to miss it when you were called back to Japan. So was I. I felt desperately unlucky. But here I am, back in London while it's underway. It's a dream come true. Perhaps you're not as unlucky as you thought, then. Once we've helped Professor Hairbrain out of this terrible situation, we should all explore together. And of course, we must invite the Professor's good friend, Lord Van Zeeks, as well. Your luck might not stretch that far. Did you guys do anything fun over the weekend? Obviously, I had a very packed weekend. Miss Susato, do you see this? Okay. Never mind. Okay. Nothing particularly useful comes to mind. Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to do. We're just gonna, present all the evidence to Susato and see if anything triggers dialogue. This was used to shoot down the balloon, wasn't it? Yes, with a flaming arrow. It was quite a formidable weapon. I'm quite accomplished with a longbow myself, you know. No, really? If you were to balance an apple on your head, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm quite confident I could hit it from a good 50 meters away. Quite confident, you say? Does the apple necessarily have to be on my head? Welcome back! Started reading Ina Garten's memoir. Did you know she has a pilot license? Like from Barefoot Contessa? That Ina Garten? Okay, so not that. This one? Not that either. Oh, dang. Why did she... Isn't a pilot license difficult to get, actually? Like, because I thought... Sorry. I thought they were kind of like... You had to, like, go to school for a long time or something to, like, become a pilot. Is that not the case? I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure, you know? Okay, so no dialogue, nothing to talk about. So maybe we need to examine something in the room? Oh, okay. I see.
It must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I called it The Hound of Baskersville.
But then Mr. Sholmes forbade you from publishing it. And put the manuscript somewhere nobody could get their hands on it.
So nobody knows anything about it, apart from Hurley and I. But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie?
Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
And you wouldn't tell me. How'd you come to know it?
Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time. She just got her pilot license for fun back in the 60s, 70s just to do it, and then lost interest. The airport had to call a pilot from another town over because none of their pilots wanted to teach a woman. Wow, fucking sexist, I swear.
Oh!
I'm only sorry I've had to keep it from you for so long, Iris. The Hound of Baskervilles. It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was cleaning Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk. A large box of papers. There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It read, The Hound of Baskervilles. What?
My Baskerville story?
Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and... Susato, what are you doing? Oh, Father. Did you look at those papers? No, I simply read the label, that's all. Well, put it out of your mind. Sorry? Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anybody else about this. Do you understand? There's gonna be a hound? A doggy? But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan? I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Sholmes' exploits. When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions. And there was no sign of the big box in his office. That's really all I know about it. I've no doubt the Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still... I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you.
Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. I've committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris has told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well. So, you're fully abreast of the situation already. Miss Susato, I'd expect nothing less, to be honest. I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick. Yes, a conjurer of sorts, by the sound of it, well known in the fields of science and magic. Then, we need to go and arrest him! Well, yes. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man.
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police. Or a great detective.
Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh? You're not coming today?
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. What to do? Do you know? I honestly thought I might never have the opportunity to return to Great Britain. And certainly not so soon. It's funny, for the past 6 months I haven't been able to work in court. Meanwhile, you've been raising a storm in the Supreme Court of Judicature back in Japan.
Please, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, wrong voice, sorry. Please, Mr. Naruhodo, I may have been dressed as a man, but it was a very reserved performance. So what your father said in his letter about a Ryutaro takedown is reserved? Well, anyway, I'm back here in this great capital now, and ready to assist you again, in any way I can. Thank you, Miss Usato. Iris is crazy about them herbs. Maybe she has, you know, a roast to cook later this evening. It's my pleasure, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, so let's move to... let's just move down the list, yeah? Surely we will get through everything eventually. Is there anything here? Empty, empty, empty. So nothing here. Move. Ooh! Who is this? Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart? I wonder. I've never seen her before. Ah, the young champion of the court. You had some success this morning, I understand. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result. Oh, you mean because of Professor Hairbrain's experiment? Go, Ninja Princess, go! I wouldn't say I'm a ninja, but you know. Sham science being demonstrated at London's Great Exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zeeks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing. Oh, dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for having been taken in. The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time. It's scrap metal now, is it? Until later then, Lord Strongheart. Yes, thank you. Who is she? A doctor? She has what is it? That, like, the two snakes intertwining on her bow tie or her necktie. And I feel like, I forgot what that's called. That's a staff of something, but it, like, represents, like, the medical field, right? Who was that? That was Dr. Courtney Scythe. Oh, see? Doctor. Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. She's leading the forensic investigation team's handling of this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact. Oh, I see. About Mr. Asman. Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner's office to re-evaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. You can find her in the forensics laboratory. Ah, right. Now, what were you here to see me about? I can give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time. So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. Converse! What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before? The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensic investigation team a year ago now, unofficially of course, to pave the way. Goodness, a year ago? At next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. And once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and criminals will suffer dearly. What do you mean? For too long, those scoundrels have made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London's scum is about to be rounded up and burnt in the fires of hell. I intend to see to it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known to protect our honor and our future. Look at those eyes. He means every word. Dr. Scythe is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensics division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba. Oh, yes, my lord. Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan. Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive at the beginning of next month. Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? With Professor Mikotoba, I mean. It was many years ago now, but yes, I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well. If my memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student. It was the year I was born, so yes, 16 years ago in fact. Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jigoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. Muscle Mommy, hello, welcome in, Zero. How are you? Good afternoon, good evening. Sorry, what time is it? Good evening, happy Monday. Welcome, welcome. I'm good. How have you been? Good. I did like my recap for the past hour. Literally just started the game up again. So if you want to hear how my week was, you can catch the beginning of today's stream when the VOD goes up. It was quite a bit. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way. I didn't think that you were. Dr. Mikotoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. St. Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Scythe was also there then, as it happens. Then Dr. Scythe knows my father, does she? She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I've no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikotoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total. 6 years? That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? I lived with my grandmother in those years. So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years? It was a rather turbulent time at home. Oh, perhaps father wanted a reason to get away. What do you mean? Why? You can't just ask people that, Ryunosuke! Well, clearly something was going on at the time. I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zieks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago by a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right? You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper. What? Why? When his brother, Clint Van Zieks, was murdered, it was just after young Barak had graduated from the University of London and became a prosecutor. When obvious criminals who managed to evade conviction in court started disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say, that wherever Barak Van Zieks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind. Oh my word! So, Lord Van Zieks isn't the Reaper. It's the ghost of his brother? Ever since that time, he became a very aloof figure in London's legal circles. Princess, hello! Hey, Gav! Welcome in! How are you? Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart. Go ahead. It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible. How are you doing, Gov? How are the doggos? Are you well versed in science, then? Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently. Well, the special dispensation legally preventing investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Within a few hours, Dr. Seiss' team of forensic experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage as long as you touch nothing. Thank you! Being able to look at it is better than nothing. I'll be able to see it too. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls. We are extremely sorry to have troubled you when you are so busy, my lord. I have important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand. Okay, so that's all done. We're just gonna go down this list. What is he doing? He's crazy! Oh my gosh, this man is straight up insane. Hold on, sorry. I'm just checking something here. I realized I didn't, like, set up my windows the way I wanted to, so slightly not sure where everything... I, like, literally turned my computer on and I was like, alright, we're ready. When in fact, I was not ready at all. Doggos are good. Someone next door has a new puppy they're very interested in. Ooh, puppy! Fun! We love puppies. What's he doing? He's... Oh my! The whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations. And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. And who is this young lady? My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner! None of this would have happened. No, that's not logical. Makes no sense at all. Oh dear, I'm I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you. I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning. Oh no, no, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot. Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell? Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down on the wall. It was all I had to hand. Why is the rum always gone? I don't know. Maybe it's time to get more rum. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass... Oh, sorry. Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe? No, actually, this is my autobiography. Your autobiography? How I Was Diddled and Fiddled by Albert Hairbrain. I don't think that you should write that like that. I found I can represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers in my ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Huh, really? I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see. So it's going to be a new serial publication from next month. Part 1. An odd birth, an odd upbringing. You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case? Oh yes, of course, I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled, by the pair of them, by Asmon, and by that aloof engineer Trevor. We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? I think he needs a thesaurus. I think so too. I don't think that's the right word. All right. Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asmon, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even. I'm sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way. No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh? If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you were aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. He believed in me this morning, you know. Barack did. He believed in my hypothesis. Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case. No, Barack wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it. Did he? I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean. Well, eat ice cream cake gives everyone ice cream cake and 3-layered cinnamon roll pancake with cream cheese frosting? That's an incredible plate you just gave everyone, Rune Wolf. Welcome in, how are you? Good evening. After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even. I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there. Your birthday? Happy birthday! Welcome, welcome! Oh my god, October baby. We love October babies. How was your birthday? Thank you for the desserts. Is ice cream cake your favorite, or is the cinnamon roll pancake your favorite? Also, I don't know why, but like, I'm so thirsty. Like, I've been sipping on water all day, and every time I get a chance to sip on water, I'm just like, I need more water. Like, my body's like craving it. The AC is not on. It's not hot today, though. Actually, it's a little bit cold. I kind of want my lap blanket. Hold on. I'm gonna grab my lap blanket. I'll be right back. I just need to wheel back a couple feet and grab it. And then readjust my chair here. And then put this over my lap. Love them both, but ice cream cake is a tradition. Ooh. Work gave me cinnamon roll pancake with cream cheese frosting. Oh, yum. Yeah, what flavor ice cream cake? Cookies and cream. Oh, that sounds delicious. Cookies and cream ice cream is so yummy.
So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barack, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense.
And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor.
Exactly. Which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barack insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he...
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? I've only had ice cream cake once, and it was also cookies and cream. I think I've had ice cream cake a couple times, like when I was younger. Ice cream cake was the one kind of cake that my parents used to buy for my birthday cake. And then we'd like split it with all the cousins. I feel like if you had ice cream cake, it was like a treat. Cause like most kids got regular birthday cakes, but like if you were a little bit spendy, right, you could get ice cream birthday cake. And that was like the best thing ever, apparently.
Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea?
Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
I'm sorry to say, that does seem likely, yes.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. Financier? He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so emphatic.
But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it.
As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. But the scale of it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception.
All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to believe.
It is, I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer. Mr. Enoch Drebber. Enoch? What's Enoch Drebber supposed to be? Enoch Drebber? Enoch... I don't know. Anyways. Drebber the engineer. Is he an engineer or a magician or a swindler?
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asmund first bought Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss the details about the kinesis machine. But at no point
did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist?
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
Drebber is named after Sherlock Holmes' character. Oh, okay, I see. Enoch Drebber is just a Sherlock reference. Okay, I see. What do you mean?
He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts? I'm sorry. We only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else. Although, just once, I did visit his workshop.
What workshop?
Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine.
Did not know you and Floppy were also Sherlock fans. Yeah, we do have quite a bit of, like, actual Sherlock fans in chat. Murder victim from Study in Scarlet. Oh, I see. Just a casual fan. I looked up the wiki since Floppy. Why didn't you mention this before? Enoch Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there. So, you've been to Drebber's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place, plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see.
Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there.
Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure, as in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. I'm so sorry.
I was more than half expecting that.
You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there.
He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then.
The blaze was incredible, the pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best, a special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. The indescribable scent of that imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formula and use that instead.
What do you think, Miss Usato? Eau de machine for your next birthday?
I never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that.
I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor?
You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example?
The man was clearly very cautious, Miss Usato.
Ah! Yes, I do! He gave me his business card once. It's right here, look!
What? Let me see that. Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you? Read a bunch of Sherlock Holmes stories when I was in middle school, but I never finished all of them because I got distracted by all the newer books at the library. Enjoy comparing different adaptations and seeing what they change. Oh, I see. I like stuff with mystery elements, and I want to get into classic mystery novels, but I think the only one I've read from Mystery Canon is out of Natsuo Kirino. Piece of candy! Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address. No. Hold on, I need a cough. Okay. No. Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Thank you for the lurk, Rune Wolf. Alright, let's go to the experimentation stage. We'll take a look at the machine, and then we'll go down the list, one by one. Look! It's a dog! I had no idea there were so many people in the world. I know what you mean. It's really packed here today. Feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds to this point. Has it? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest. Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruhodo. There you are. Or, is this Gina? Had a feeling you lot would show your mugs before long. Nope. Oh, Inspector Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual. Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we last met. What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning. Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side. Oh. Why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice. He might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. As you've probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene some more. Right, well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi, get over here, Gina! Cute! Thanks for the pie, I guess. A few Migrate books from the library's free book section. Only seen Rowan Atkinson series of Migrate. Big Maurice LeBlanc fans, which is where we get Herlock Sholmes from. Oh, interesting. She seems to be busy playing with a puppy. Probably giving it a traditional East End training. Gina, she's a police officer now. Amazing, isn't it? She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely. What do you mean? I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London. Oh no, really? That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along. Not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is. To France? I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley. But France, it's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there? That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. What? You're taking Gina to Paris? Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what'd become of her. Suppose he's worried she'd slip back into her... She'd slip... I suppose he's worried she'd slip back into slipping her hands into people's pockets and purses. I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper. Oh! Of course. So, that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it? Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me? No, of course not. I keep that diving diva safe and sound until all this is over, at least.
Oi! Did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
So you heard that, did ya? Right. Well, any question about the scene, you can put 'em to my capable detective diva here.
Alright. You heard the boss. Inspector Lestrade's in charge here now.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeons munching noise. There is this translation of Edogawa Rampo's Taxonomy of Mystery Tricks by Alexander Zhang from Demon Crane Press. But there's a million spoilers for mystery novels in it because he goes into the construction of a mystery. Oh! Actually, sidebar, Demon Crane Press announced a translation of Dogra Magra, but I can't find any news since. Is that, what is that? Is that like a manga or is that like a novel? I suppose I'd better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you?
Cutie! Isn't he great? Toby's his name.
Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable. Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not-so-lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. Edogawa Ranpo is another fantastic author. Fun fact, his name is a play on Edgar Allan Poe. Edogawa Ranpo. I see. Nagaramagra is a cult classic Japanese mystery novel, but it's never been directly translated into English before because of the language and surrealism. Interesting. I see, I see. Gina, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's round here, you can do what you like.
Oh, that's alright, is it?
I'ma be playing with me new friend here.
Ah, yes, Toby.
Woof!
The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind.
Sorry, you can't go up there, Suze.
Oh.
It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The Special
Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one. That's why only them lot are allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The Forensic something?
The Forensic Investigation Team? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one, yeah.
But isn't the case that the special dispensation has been lifted?
I think so.
I don't really get it, to be truthful with you.
You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig or other as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something.
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps.
That's the one, yeah. Apparently he's always watching the time or something.
Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart.
Huh? You what? You met him? Last time the boss was called to go see him, he waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniveling. Sniveling?
Tragic.
Well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we touch nothing. Oh yeah? Honestly.
Le language de l'amour. You should read the French translation of Dagra Mogra. Magra? Dagra Magra? There's a French translation though. Maybe I need to get back into French. Omelette du fromage? Sorry, that's probably really bad. I wish I could dress up like that IRL and not be looked at funny. Why not? Just do it. Who cares? Who cares if people look at you funny? Autumn. I will wear... I've worn my history bounding outfit where like I have like a pirate shirt and then I put over it like my corset. And like I'll wear a skirt out. Like who cares? Just wear what you want. Be comfortable. Express yourself. I'll read it to you in French directly, says says Mizu. Hi Mizu, welcome in. Guys, check out Mizu. He is a friend I met earlier this year. He's been on a little bit of a break, but he is coming back this Saturday. October 26th, I believe, is the date. And he will be streaming from, I think, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So go catch his stream coming back to Twitch. It'll be lots of fun, and I will be there. Wee. You speak French, Mizu? Princess dresses like a magical girl in public. I do dress sometimes like a magical girl, and people have said I dress like a magical girl. So that makes me proud. Princess with the shill. We love shilling our friends. Is it called shilling still if it's your friends and you want to support them? I like how you dress up like a magical girl IRL. Wait, have you guys seen? It's like the cutest thing. I had like the cutest outfit on. I was so proud that I like put that outfit together when I went to, what was it? I think it was like the Water Lantern Festival that I went to last year. And that's where I like, you sent us a picture of the cape. Did I send you a picture of what I was wearing though? Cause like I had like a really cute like beret as well that showed like the Sailor Moon compact. It's an incredibly cute outfit. I only remember the cape part. Okay, well there was definitely a beret as well. Let me see if I can find it. When did I go? Do you guys remember when I went? That was for the Genshin stuff. That was Disneyland. That was after Disneyland, I think. It was sometime last year in October. But now we're already in... Is it gone? Did I delete it? Oh no, it's here. Here. This is the outfit. I love berets and newsboy caps. My two favorite hat shapes. Okay, hold on. I'm quite proud because I made this cape. And then the beret was like a gift from Ever. So I'm going to show you the outfit that made people call me a magical girl. How do I add a window capture? This is from my Twitter, so obviously everyone can see this already, so I'm not sharing stuff that I'm not supposed to be, I promise. So this is the beret and the cape, and then this is the cape from the front. It's Sailor Moon. It's Sailor Moon. And then from the front, the cape has a big bow at the neck, and it was like the cutest thing. I loved it so much. It was like my favorite outfit. And like I got so many people who like turned to look at me when I was like wearing this around. And it wasn't even, I was wearing a dress underneath, so it wasn't like anything crazy, right? But it was like people were like, whoa, that's a cute outfit. How did you keep the cape white through the grass? it's short, so you can see it like cuts off at my knee. So it's not actually a super long cape. It's like it goes to the top of my knees. Look at the dude. Oh, this guy? It's so funny. The guy turned around to look at me. How tall are you again, princess? Approximately 5 feet and 3.75 inches. I'm almost 5'4". I'm really close to 5'4". I wish I was 5'4". I'm not. But anyway, so that was my magical girl outfit. Like literally we were walking out of ramen and someone was like, whoa, that's a magical girl. And I was like, oh, thank you. He's doing distracted boyfriend meme. It's actually really funny. Slightly above 5'4". I am, you know, yeah. I mean, I'm basically 5. If you're rounding up, I'm 5'4". It's fine. All right then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, also, how are you, Mizu? How was your weekend? What have you been up to? If you round up, I'm 10 feet tall. Whoa, what's the sky like from up where you're at? That sounds crazy. 10 feet? 7 feet? 6 foot club here? I've always been one of the shortest in my class in school. I just, you know, I don't like being short. I don't know. I always wear heels. So I guess if you count like footwear, I'm like always 5'7" ish. I don't like wearing heels shorter than that. It'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So you're still saying all this is above board, are ya? I'm sure everything will be fine. That really would be tragic. Alright then, them's the stairs. Off you go. Oh, thank you, Gina. I stopped growing in middle school. I did absolutely nothing today for my first day of work besides setting up my new laptop. That's great. Ooh, new job. How's the new job, Mizu? Congrats, by the way, on finally getting a job. Your heels are so tall. Yeah, 3 inches. My size changes depending on whether I want to be cute or cool. How's your balance in those? I chose those. I actually can walk pretty well in heels. I think if I really tried, I could run too, but you know, who wants to run in heels? Let's be real. I'd rather be carried like a princess. Manager is a poop. Went into office, but ended up going home because they didn't have my station set up. Woo! We love it! We love being able to go home early. That's the best. Hope it was, you know, like, not too much of a hassle to drive to the office and then get turned around. It was great, weren't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying I'm about to be found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, all those made things hard for me every single time and all. It's doing my job, Gina. But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix. The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client. Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though. Knowing your luck, you'd hurt yourself running in heels? I would not. I emailed her on Friday and asked, and she didn't respond, so free money. Oh my god, it's like this hack that literally prints out infinite money. Hey, do you still play 14? I do! I play a lot of 14, actually. I play 14 at least twice a week, sometimes more. But I play it off stream. So, apologies if you are following me for 14. I really only play 14 when there's, like, new patch updates. I don't do any of, like, my expert roulettes or stuff on stream. So, but I do play still. How often do you play Jump King? We don't talk about that. It's the boss I feel sorry for, sent off to do the impossible.
What do you mean? He's supposed to harass the other cove, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all? You know, the dodgy engineer. What's his name again?
Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber.
She's playing right now?
I'm not playing right now. So much Jump King. I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, I was literally late to my lunch because I was watching Autumn play Jump King on Sunday and I had to do my makeup and I had to do my hair. And then I was like, I gotta go. And then Autumn was so close to finishing and I had to stay behind just to see. And then I was late to lunch with the girls. My bad. And then I literally was like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm late. But it was because, get this. Okay, get this. I was watching my friend play Jump King and they were like, but Princess, you weren't even playing. You were watching. So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. It was, you know, my friend was streaming and she was really close to the bay. And I had to watch her get the bay. And then they literally looked at each other and they were like, 0 days since Princess has mentioned Jump King. Congrats again on getting the babe. We're so proud of you, Autumn. Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber.
That's the one, yeah.
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be. It's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it's given him a gut ache.
Oh, dear, but I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
So, Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck.
He's really funny looking.
Got 2 eyes, what that don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it. Sorry? Who?
You know, the Scowlin' Reapers what always glugging down glasses of that blood red plonk.
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks.
He's always at it in for me, that cove. Dunno what he's always scowling about mind.
Probably would have been a good boss as it goes. She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee. The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-gluggling demigod, you're equally bad off with both. It's my fault you were late? No, don't worry. I mean, it was technically my fault because I could have stopped watching at any time. That was on me. No, I can't blame anyone except for myself. That's on me. I'm bad with time management.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we've put that one to bed. Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck. There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all? Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oi! Don't be so flamin' rude, Odo!
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright? Toby's... How did they put it? Oh yeah! A bona fide detective!
Sorry?
I've given him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you!
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Oh, so he's a police dog, is he? Look at that woofer! I know, Mizu is so cute! The dog is so cute in the game, adorable! Ah, I'm gonna die.
The police recruit dogs now?
I've heard that they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing. Bring back Nintendogs!
You know, okay, for someone who loves dogs so much, I've actually never played Nintendogs. Oh man, I missed the pupper. I think you'll see him again in just a little bit.
They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell after all.
have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens. I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that haven't. Look, it's a dog! It's a dog! Never played Nintendogs either. I mean, I'm sure if given the chance I would, you know? I think I would love playing Nintendogs. You just pet dogs all day, right? The Hound of the Baskervilles! Think that guy's a freak sniffing undergarments? I know. It's crazy. That's nothing compared to this little fella, Odo. Oh, really? According to what the boss said, once Toby Ears got a good whiff of your drawers, he could chase that scent to the other side of the world. What? To the other side of the world? You mean he can swim? Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point by rather a wide margin. I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill. I'm telling ya, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in future. The dog is so cute. I know, so adorable. Yes, I agree. Right, one of these days they'll be barking orders at us lot, not the other way around. Oh, dear, I don't think I agreed with your vision quite that much. Well, anyway, whatever you think about it, Toby is Britain's first police dog. I found him down the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out on the street. There you go. I knew she lifted him from somewhere. Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals. It's nice Gina got a pet with her. Yeah, she got a doggo. I mean, we've used dogs for hunting as long as dogs have existed. True, it would only make sense to then, you know, move that to, okay, let's go up. No, can we not? Can we go this way? Let's go and see what we can find out. Let's go! Here we go. Oh my! So this is the machine that was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place. Yes, that's right. Or rather, it was the machine. Still a little worse for wear at the moment. What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went to in order to obtain the research grant. No, the professor was tricked as well. He didn't know anything about it. Yes, of course. It is amazing though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British. You're right about that. You'd never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure. Oh, look, is that Lord Van Zeeks? Oh, Mizu, by the way, I didn't want to reach out to you before your debut, but I wanted to ping you to see if I could set up like one day a week that we could play this game so that until I finish it. So I could get some help voicing the characters. Okay. I didn't want to ping you before you came back from like streaming officially, but I will ping you. Thank you. Oh my god, dog. Yeah, dog's so cute. That's so cute. So I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we, Miss Usato? Already? He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think. But we have permission to be here, from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine, as long as we don't touch anything. From the top? Do you mean Lord Strongheart? Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like. She could have been at the center of the explosion here, and it wouldn't have bent her steel will. let us speak to Van Zieks. Do we need to examine first? Let's speak to Van Zieks first. Least approachable man in the world, winner, 10 years in a row.
Be strong, Mr. Naruhodo. Your country and your assistant stand firm behind you.
Lord Van Zieks. What? Well, beautiful weather we're having, isn't it? I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. Apparently, you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs. Oh, I read them. So, what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited. Well, the thing is...
Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate, on the condition that we didn't disturb anything.
And yet, you've managed to disturb me. Never mind. State your business then. Come to think of it, there are quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Van Zieks about. Not least of which is that awful case, even though it's nothing to do with this.
Ask away, Mr. Naruhodo. You won't know unless you try.
So, Clint was the name of your older brother, I understand, Lord Van Zieks. You Nipponese. I always have to be on guard whenever you're around. So you've been investigating me, have you? Oh, no, it's not like that. Well, alright, it is a bit like that. My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the Van Zieks family. But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us. The professor, you mean? Is something funny? That's the extent of what you've discovered, is it? I shouldn't be surprised. Sorry? There's more to it then? Lackluster work is very much your trademark, isn't it? Ugh, you're too kind. Are you going to tar all Nipponese with the same brush next? So tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident?
As it happens, Lord Van Zieks, there's a rather curious case that's come to our attention. Are you aware of the Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxwork by any chance?
I am, naturally. I believe that since last month I feature in one of the displays there, for public scorn. Of course, the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would have to be exhibited, wouldn't he?
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place and held for ransom.
A particular waxwork? Which... Wait, you mean... Yes, it's the professor. Mr. Sholmes is investigating the case as we speak. I was unaware of that. He's turned as white as a sheet. Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Drubber, already? Surely that goes without saying. We're very keen to see him found as well. The trouble is, we don't have much to go on aside from the description of the man we heard in court earlier.
Which, according to Professor Hairbrain, was of a tall, thin gentleman who has straight white hair and wears a black monocle.
So, I was just wondering, I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but,
We'd very much appreciate any more clues you can give us.
Wow, Susato-san really knows how to take the bull by the horns. Fine. Why not? I have a photograph of the man here from an investigation 10 years ago. Ah, I see. Yoshimori, hello! Why not? What's a why not? Hello, welcome in, how are you? Good evening. Though it appears he already had that black monocle at the time. What? Oh, no, nothing. I was just surprised that you shared that with us. Pre-Evo of Wobbuffet. I feel like I'm kind of picturing it. I think I kind of have it in my mind, like the image. Why are you coming in saying, why not? Are you a why not? Is that your Pokemon call? We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow. Oh, why not? I see. Which means we have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph? What is it about Lord Van Zeeks? Sometimes I just can't work him out at all. Is that everything? Oh! Mysterious man that is possibly our best friend that didn't actually die in the first game? Ah, the file I requested for the trial tomorrow. Thank you. Are you alright? It's the dude! Who is this man, Mr. Naruhodo? Lord Van Zeek's apprentice, apparently. So, I'm not the only one. Susato-san can see it too. Is it our best friend? Lord Van Zeeks, may we speak with your apprentice for a moment? With him? Why? Healer Kazuma-sama! Yes, it does look like him, doesn't it? Kazuma? He spoke. I don't believe it. He spoke. Your posture, your presence. It can only be. It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama? I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. As if I knew him somehow. From the place! Can it? Can it really be you, Kazuma? No, come back! Wait! Too late. What's going on here? What is your interest in my apprentice exactly? You act as if you know the man or something. Well, since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago. Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor. But he didn't tell you why, did he? The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself. Amnesia! How convenient! He has amnesia. Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side. What? He's to serve as my judicial assistant, on Lord Strongheart's orders. Amnesia! Amazia? Oh, I didn't see a notification, but I think someone subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate you. He'll be in court with us? Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course. Creed, thank you for the resubscribe. There we go. Okay. I think it like registers before you like put in a message. So let me put a little candy corn here. Thank you, Creed. How are you? Welcome in. Ooh. Big candy corn. Maybe too large. Oh. That's better, I think. Okay, we'll stick a candy corn right here. And then pull it back into my hair. Thank you, Creed. I appreciate you. Thank you for the resubscribe. Almost 1 full year. Crazy. You and a candy corn. How goes the sleuthin'? It's been going okay. I think for sure that is Kazuma. But how did he survive? Because we literally saw his dead body. Oh, yes, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Susato-san called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama... Alright, that's it. So I guess we should examine everything here. Oh, isn't it exhilarating? All this different architecture from all corners of the world. It does make you feel a bit like an explorer, doesn't it? If we get another candy corn, then she can be Oni candy corn? I know it's all subjective, but the onion-shaped roofs have rather caught my attention personally. It is very subjective, isn't it? Japanese buildings with their wood and paper construction have excellent ventilation. And I've realized that British buildings, being made from brick and stone, are very strong and long-lasting. The more you know about how things are done in other countries, the more you understand your own, I feel. Oh yes, I do agree with you there. But I can't help wondering what an onion does for the roof of a building. I mean, I suppose it's playing on my mind because I don't like the taste of onions. So, you really oughtn't let your taste in vegetables dictate your taste in roofs, Mr. Naruhodo. Onion corn? That doesn't sound yummy. What a terrible explosion it must have been. Lick the roof? Gross. Even the steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast. And what they called the bird cage was right in the middle of it all. Just here. But look, Mr. Naruhodo, that metal grill on the floor. It looks as though it's designed to open. It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the bird cage could have dropped through and disappeared from sight. I don't think there's any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax, is there? This wasn't here yesterday. Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he apparently beamed through the air. That's right, the bird cage. According to what Professor Harebrain said in court, it's made of wood. Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed. What wonderfully durable construction, wouldn't you say, Mr. Naruhodo? I'd understood that the forensic investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they'd finished their work. But sadly, not with the body inside it. No, that's right. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch anything, but still. This is too important a piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial. Bird cage! You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, yesterday in fact, at Lord Van Zeek's office. I see. And if
If Kazuma-sama really is alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us.
I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that. Oh, is Mr. Sholmes the one who, did the quote-unquote autopsy then, perhaps? You're going to have to leave now. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. Herlock Sholmes! If they find you here, it will cause problems. What sort of problems? Foreign affair problems. We could do without that. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Miss Usato.
Of course.
Gina, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again. Yeah, right. Okay, I see. Is that it? Wait, why is there a different dialogue? New friend, Toby. Apparently we can't look around on the stage now because the forensic investigation team are at work. Can't you do anything, Gina? In your capacity as Inspector Lestrade? Look, I'd like to help you out. But I'm just a trainee, ain't I? Ain't nothing I can do. When it suits you, yes. Okay, so is that everything? Then we can move to the next area? Okay, we have 2 more areas left to go, I think. Yeah. Lestrade? Is it Lestrade or Lestrade?
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I like to turn on my heels and go straight home via the confectionery.
I don't know anymore. Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but...
Lestrade, it French! Retsu, welcome in. Hello, how are you? The way you say it's correct. Oh, okay, Lestrade. I see, I see. Guys, check out Retsu. He is an absolutely incredible singer. I think he also plays... What is it? Do you play Valorant or do you play Apex? I don't remember what games people play. I mean, it makes sense now. I played this game alone 2 years ago. Oh, I see, I see. All of the above, I see. Well, go check him out because he recently released a cover with Barks on his YouTube, and he is maybe participating in the October, which reminds me, I should have posted my the song I was singing yesterday, but I forgot, and I will work on that today. I'm so behind. It's not my fault, I promise. So, I'm getting those videos out as fast as I can. League of Legends. I used to play League of Legends. I don't play anymore. It's too scary. People are too mean on League of Legends.
There's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere.
That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Okay, come back again later, or should we examine? There's always... Oh, okay, I forgot how scary this was. There's always time to come back? Absolutely not, no. One of us. One of us. My computer can't run it anymore. Same with Dead by Daylight. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like my graphics card is slightly dying, so I might be in that same boat soon. We'll see. I'm not sure. Among Us? I've never played Among Us. At this point, I think I'm too scared to try because, 1, I suck at lying. Okay. 2, I don't know, like, the... like, gameplay. And, I mean, people say, like, oh, I saw them vent, or, you know, I was doing XYZ, and I'm like, I don't know how to play pretend either, because, like, I wouldn't know what all of the options to do are. One of these days, we're gonna convince you to come record Funny Space Game. I mean, maybe. I'm just really bad at lying, so I think it's pretty obvious when I lie. Ooh, forensic laboratory. Look at this. That's a skeleton. I would not be opposed. I believe this is it, Dr. Seiss laboratory. That chemical smell really assaults the nose, and there's plenty to assault the eyes in here, too. It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we may as well do some sightseeing, don't you think? What a seasoned tourist you've become, Miss Susato. We could just have a little look around, being careful not to upset any restless souls. I think that's the best part. How dare you? How dare you? That's absolutely terrifying because I don't know. I don't know. People would be able to 100% tell when I'm lying. Those large jars seem to have pale things floating around inside them. I suppose they're fruit liqueurs or something, or like the pickled umeboshi plums we make back home. Father had jars like that in his laboratory as well. I expect they're human organs in a preserving solution, probably as examples of some rare medical condition. Miss Susato, there are some things in the world that it's perfectly fine never to know about. Ever. Oh! So, as I said, I'm sure they're fruit liqueurs or umeboshi, aren't they? Of course. A table and a set of sharp tools. When you consider each in isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it then when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing? It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. Seeing the large tome that's open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this acrid odor of chemicals in the air? You'd either have to have a cast iron constitution or a really terrible sense of smell. Oh. Look at all the bottles on the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals. These ones here are labeled highly toxic. Ugh, that's worrying because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there. Oh, yes, and they actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has her meals here sometimes. Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death. Okay, so that's all of that. We're good there. Good there. This cabinet here. I suppose this is Dr. Scythe's desk. Ugh, I would not like to work in a place like this. It's very tidy, though, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Imagine how efficiently she must work. The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and the chemical smell can't be good for you. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves. Well, yes, those are valid concerns, I suppose. I can just about cope with a one-eyed Daruma doll watching over me, but that's all. Okay. Well, look at this. What a magnificent display case. The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen, and the intricate carving is a joy to behold. Western cabinet makers really are very skilled, aren't they? Do you have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruhodo? Miss Susato, can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents of the case? It's how I cope! Oh, be sure to remember that from now on. That's hilarious. That looks like an owl and a crow up there. I know, and they haven't even twitched since we came in here. Well, no, they wouldn't have. They're taxidermy mounts, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh, I was afraid you were going to say that. I've been trying very hard to tell myself they're just sleeping with their eyes open. Yes, I think you were wise to put something like your Dharma doll on display in the office instead. Okay, is that everything? I think that's everything. We have examined everything in... Oh, did I see something? Nope. I think that's it. Okay, so I guess we can't do that. What are we supposed to do? What if I... no, it's annoying. What if we go back to Shulm Suite? Nope. Now we go to the worst part of this game. Trying to figure out what will trigger a new dialogue tree. Hello, son. Welcome in. How are you? What are we supposed to do? What? I'm doing good. Do we just examine everything with Susato-san as well, maybe? Oh, what a horrifying scene! A murderer caught in the grisly act! I know, and in case you were wondering, it's the one with the big knife that's supposed to be the killer. I don't think anybody would be in any doubt about that, surely. And did you know that according to the description, the bathtub at the back has no particular significance? What? Really? I would have thought it was meant to show that the killer also worked in a bathhouse, peddling criminal wares. Duh, we have a new theory. Okay, so that's everything there. Alright, let us do this one. Ah yes, the heavy curtains in the middle of the House of Horrors. Whatever's on the other side of them, you just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you? The sign says it's the Madame Tussauds special exhibit. It seems you have to pay extra to go inside. I know, can you believe that? Pay more money? As if we haven't been scared enough already. It's not my doing, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, so we're good there. That old policeman isn't here now, obviously. I still can't believe he just happened to be on the jury, though. I'd understood that London has a population of 6 million people, and yet... You do seem to run into the same people disproportionately often, don't you? This one's posture reveals his weakness. Sorry? The killer's stance leaves him wide open to attack. I'm quite sure I could see him off. With a Susato takedown, then a Susato squash, and finally a Susato smash! Right. If that doesn't render the culprit unconscious, a Susato slam should finish him. A Susato slam? Oh, I'm sorry. It's rather hard to explain. Leave yourself open slightly and I'll demonstrate. Absolutely not. Okay, so... I mean, that's it. Oh, don't tell me I don't know where to go. Now can we go back to the forensic laboratory? Nothing new. Have we examined everything? This is the worst part of the game. Literally the worst part. What did I miss? Maybe I missed examining stuff at the experimentation stage? Like here? Here's the scorching on the ground as you mentioned. Yes, and what's left of the green balloon's envelope. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident. Have you? I feel like, I mean, otherwise I'd be able to continue, right? I don't know what I've missed. Poor Professor Harebrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this. Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. Oh, wait, I know. Okay, wait. Ouch, I'm a bad person. Okay, wait. I know. We just got a picture. So we can show this picture to Gina, surely. Gina, would you take a look at... Oh, where did it go? Looking for this, Odo? When did she do that? I wonder if you got anything else to show me, eh? What'd you reckon? Give that back first, please. Okay. She's just going to steal it, so I can't... Okay, so what if we What if we move to the prison and talk to Professor Hairbrain about this? Professor Hairbrain, what do you make of this? No. Okay, what if we present the birdcage instead? Goose, hello, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Are you back home and safe? Okay, he doesn't like that either. What have I missed? Okay, you know what? I can't guess. I remember the last time we did this, I was literally stuck for an hour. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna Google this. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles episode 3 Investigation 2. I think I know. If you know, I don't mind you telling me. What did I miss? Sorry, what? Stream skipped for a sec. Oh, I said welcome in. I hope you're back home from Vegas. You need to go bother somebody. Go bother somebody? May back Friday, still tired? Who? Okay, so we have nobody in Shom Suite. So we talked to Susato here. Nobody's here. This is empty now. Okay. We can't go to the prosecutor's office. Professor Hairbrain is at the prison. Experimentation stage is just Gina, because we can't go up to the top. Madame Two Spells is empty. And the forensics laboratory is empty. I don't know. I don't know what we're missing. Sorry, I'm going through this. Is it part 3? This is not part 3. Part 4? Part 4. Shom Suite. Someone you haven't talked to yet? I don't know. I don't know who we haven't talked to. A bystander in a hat and a coat? The only thing... I mean, we examined everything here. There's nothing here. There's nobody here. In London, I guess. I didn't realize until last week that Madame Two Spells Museum in the game is based off a Vegas exhibit. Yes, it is. Yes. Is there really nobody there? Yeah! There's no green. There's no green here. And then... if I go across the screen, there's nothing. Oh, there's one. Oh, okay. There's this ladder, I guess. There's a step ladder there. Look. Oh, yes. A step ladder. I think perhaps we should let the proprietress know that someone's left it out. The step ladder, I mean. Is something wrong? Why do I feel as though I just managed to sidestep an argument? Okay, that's not it. I got an achievement, weirdly. The step ladder? That man is not a real... I already examined that man. There's nobody here! There's nobody that I can talk to. Did I miss presenting something? Okay, wait. I presented to Gina the picture. We got more... No, the man was not a man. Did we get more evidence? Oh, we did. Okay, no, that was from the trial. We got Drubber's card. Oh, what's this? There's dark smudge here. I think perhaps it's machine oil. Yes, possibly. Professor Hairbrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drubber uses, didn't he? He said it was specially imported, very high-quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right, but more importantly, that is more fragrant than the finest perfume, so excuse me a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry, I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here. Okay. Enoch Drubber, engineer. Okay, so okay, let's try presenting this to Gina, because I haven't tried this yet. Oh, cool. Maybe? Yeah, I'm still learning me letter. Oh, okay. I think this is right. I only know A to E, so if ain't too much bleeding trouble. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. Huh? How come? There's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out that this is a very high-quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently. Oh, because doggo! You don't say! Let's have a whiff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing. No, we didn't mean that you should smell it. Oh, right! You mean Toby. That's right! Good boy! Good dog! Woof! His sense of smell is so good he can track people over the oceans, can't he? Professor Hairbrain informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drubber's workshop. Sniff, sniff! Sniff, sniff, sniff! Oh my gosh, incredible. I think he's picked up a scent. So you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to that dodgy cove's workshop? That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that. What? Wait, when did you... Want to pickpocket? If I can lead everyone to that Drubber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted. Poor Gregson. Big sniffer. Right then, Odo. Leave it to me. Sorry? We're gonna get going after that dodgy engineer cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time. I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina. Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets in the neck. It'll be the boss. Poor Gregson again. Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have ya? Come on then, boy. See ya later. Cute! I do hope the scent of that oil leads them to that swindler's workshop. Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. Okay, so now that's good, right? So let's try this again. Nothing new. Let's try this. Nothing new. What am I missing? Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I can't not. I literally, I cannot. Okay, so we're back at the lodgings. We talked to Susato, ask about all of this, which were good. Examine whatever you wish. Look to the right. Talk about the Hound of Baskervilles. Sholm Suite. Madame Two Spells. Your park a tricky trophy. Ladder. Head to the British Supreme Court. We talk to Dr. Scythe. Explore the laboratory. Examine the area. You'll get a lot of comments. You want to examine the book on the desk. Oh, the book on the desk. Okay, did we miss? Oh, okay. The one was okay. I went too fast. Okay. I see. Look at this big, thick book here.
Ah, it appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think.
Oh? What is it?
It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but, well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really? In what way?
They're buying 500 scalpels every month.
500? They must be working really hard on dissecting corpses.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances, and scalpel blades can be sharpened too.
It does seem a bit strange. You're right. 500 scalpels a month? What could they possibly be using all of them for? What are you doing? Ah, okay, perfect. I see. Embezzling money. Sorry, we, had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so... So you thought you'd snoop around? That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it? Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Asmon's body, I mean. So we came to ask you about your findings, on Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately. Interesting. So you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. Odie Asman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and the Mr. Asman who appeared moments later partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion. But that can't be right! If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out.
Let's see. If two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if one single person had switched places, couldn't they?
Don't verify that the Lord Chief Justice actually did give his consent. Just spill all the information. Very true, but sadly in this instance that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident. Fingerprints. They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system, but one day they will be used as an investigative aid as a matter of course.
Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place.
So where does that leave us? My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions. I'd find any excuse to gossip? True. Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery.
Mama, What is this?
Where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama? This is a lawyer, dear. Oh. Hello. To meet you, please, to meet you? Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. Mama? Yes? Can I cut this one up? What? Oh my goodness. I've never seen an inside an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see. Boring. Okay, all right. I think I just had a near-death experience. I need to go. Oh dear, Mr. Naruhodo, you're as pale as a corpse. Then let's leave before I'm mistaken for one. Okay, we're leaving. Bye. Goodbye. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drever, I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Now then, do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. Yes, it's quite possible he might know something useful. You're right. Your Honor, for my first witness, I summoned the victim. He does do some necromancy. We ought to find him at Madame Two-Spells. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual venture. All right, I gotta go. I'm leaving. Okay, maybe this is the last thing that we need to do, perhaps? Here we are again at the House of Horrors. I'm afraid I haven't gotten used to the place yet. I'd still like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via the confectionery, of course. Susato-san really is after something sweet today, isn't she? Eek! What's the matter? Look, Mr. Naruhodo, look at that waxwork. I'm quite sure it wasn't there before. Oh, that's Sholmes. Okay, there he is. It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail. Aha! What is it? Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that's the temporary waxwork himself. Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee. Oh yes, hello again. It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I must say, I am quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs. You don't mean... But yes, the mystery is solved already. Wow, Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough. So as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties. Yes. His habitual duties. Aloha. Do not disturb, huh? Poor Susato-san, she looks very perplexed. We really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I'm longing to say hello again. But where is he? I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually. Oh, what do you... Indeed, my dear fellows, it is I! The world-famous great detective and waxwork, Herlock Sholmes. Susato-san! Susato-san! My most humble apologies. I thought I'd died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment, via London. My dear madam, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality? I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes? Merely a secret identity, you understand, though the case is largely solved now. Largely solved? We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume. Indeed we are, my good fellow. As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Though I confess I'm yet to partake of a pie, proverbial or otherwise, or any food today so far, for that matter. That stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum. So, how did you manage to solve it so quickly? Well, do remember I said it was largely solved. Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone? Oh yes, it's a most modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet. This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned. That's amazing! Just between you and I. It would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event. Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had demanded a ransom, no? Yes, I think perhaps the ransom demand was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive. But does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary? A fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Two-Spells at all costs. A hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street, after all. Poor Iris. Now then, do I sense that you have some business with this great waxwork? We're in the process of trying to track somebody down. Oh? Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. Iris is so cute. He's the swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer who built the kinesis machine. A swindler and an engineer? Quite the modern man. He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on. That's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas? I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data. If I knew something of the man's appearance, at least, I may be in a better position to help. Yes, Drebber's appearance. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I should gladly give you my thoughts on it. Okay, so we have to give him any data that we find. Cool, awesome, I can do that. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Mr. Naruhodo, stay that piercing stare. What is this about? Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship. Your words were very clear. So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. You told us that it was murder, and you examined Kazuma-sama's body. Indeed, and wherein lies the problem? We met him earlier today, the victim, Kazuma Asogi. You're quite sure? He was wearing some sort of mask and was apparently suffering from amnesia. Yes, I'm quite sure. It was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead. Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. But the fellow wasn't dead at all. Priceless. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oop. I could believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake, but not you, Mr. Sholmes. I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Sholmes. Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, what does that mean? For now, I'm afraid that is all I can say. So, what are we gonna do? Hold on. Okay. I think for now, I'm gonna pause on this because it looks like, I'm sorry, I'm just going through the guide because I'm like, I can't, there's like, it's so confusing. I don't know what to do next. It's a little bit cheaty, but I promise I won't use the guide for like the actual trial. There's things that like, I'm not clicking correctly, I guess. And so I just want to make sure that like, I click everything that I'm supposed to. But I think for today, I'm going to call it here because I do actually have to do a few recordings tonight before tomorrow. And I have to work in the office for the next 2 weeks. So I can't record during my lunches and stuff. So I do have to like be off today. I have to end stream a little bit earlier so I can actually do some other work. So if you guys don't mind, that's where we're going to end today's stream. Let me turn on the background music again. And then let's see who we can raid into. Okay, so who can we say hello to for tonight? Let's see, we do have several friends. Some are doing just chattings, Final Fantasy. We got KP doing Final Fantasy 2. We got some ASMR. We've got music. Nice to be here. Of course, it was nice to have you here. Let's see where a few... Is anyone else playing this game? Okay. I think... time to become a lawyer again. This person is with friends and they're voicing it out. Oh, but I think they're in the same area as me. I don't actually want to raid in because I'm scared that they might be a little bit ahead. I don't actually know which part of the trial they're on. So let's not raid into them. I just don't want to spoil myself. If they were anywhere earlier, I would have been like, yeah, sure, fine. But they're, I think, at the same section. So I'm not sure where, so I don't want to risk it. Then I guess that doesn't leave too many people I can raid into. Let's raid into Ani. She's doing some music comms work, where she's like working on a piece. So she just started stream. She might be going for a while. So let's raid into her. She is a robot VTuber and she's actually really chill. She plays Jump King sometimes as well. I believe I met her through Jump King. So this is her. We can go over to her stream. Here we go. Jump King mention. It's true. I love Jump King so much. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Crap. I need to leave. I forgot. I was in the VTSO farm merge. And Azure came in. Azure just popped up on screen. My bad. Sorry. Azure's jump scare. It's true. My bad. Because I was sitting in the VTSO farm merge voice chat to farm merge some stuff, and I forgot that, you know, my what is it? My Fugi was up for people. Wait a minute! I just realized you were streaming. No, don't look at me! Don't look at my shame! I was using my energy up. I forgot that you were, I forgot that I was in the VTSO one. No, shut up, stop! No, don't look at me! We're going to raid my friend Ani. Anyways, okay, we're leaving. Alright, you guys. It was nice being here. I gotta go. Please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others, because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourself, stay hydrated, get up to stretch your legs every once in a while. Go touch some grass, because if you don't, you might get an embolism. And sadly, you might just die. And we don't want that. We don't want you to die. I don't want you to die. Your friends and family probably don't want you to die. So maybe go touch some grass and stick around for a very long time. I will see you tomorrow. We are doing some more Great Ace Attorney. Hopefully we can get through the investigation stage and go to the trial. But yeah, I will see you guys all later. It back! Love you guys. Imagine touching grass. I'm 4 times weak. I will see you guys all later. Good night, you guys. I love you. Bye.